Now we continue with Innocent When You Dream by Ken Narasaki, directed by Lyse Erikson, produced by LA Theatre Works.
Grace?
We're closed. Funeral.
I know. It's me, Dan.
What are you doing here?
I'm sorry, I know he was your tomodachi, and
You say that like it has quotation marks around it.
I'm sorry. I don't know what to say.
Then why are you here? And why weren't you at the service?
I know, I should have gone, but I couldn't.
Why not?
It would have been hypocritical.
Really could have used an extra mourner or two, hypocrites or not.
Geez, even he had to have more pride than that.
Dan, stop being a jerk. I'm too tired for this.
You're right. I'm not very good at things like this. Please forgive me.
Want a drink?
Bourbon? Neat?
You got it. Kanpai.
We even supposed to say that anymore?
Let's live dangerously.
Wow, that's good.
Nothing but the good stuff tonight.
So, what are you going to do now?
Me? I don't know. I'm thinking of selling the place.
Yeah?
It's always been kind of a rough joint, even when my parents ran it. And now...
Now it's all corombos.
Don't say that word. You know the only reason I have this bar today? My dad hired a colored stock boy, and after they died, that kid's parents took care of this place and told me that it'd be mine when I came back. And they kept their promise.
So why sell?
I just don't think I can do it anymore without Frank.
You really loved him, didn't you?
Not like you think, but he was my best friend and a good partner.
Everyone said you two were shacking up.
He had his room, and I had mine. Look, this place is all I had, and I couldn't pay him at first, so the least I could do was give him a place to sleep.
I'm just saying that people were talking.
Yeah, well, so what? They'll talk about anything. I hate all those people anyway.
Don't say that.
It's true. Snooty, clannish bunch. How can you stand them?
They're all right.
You mean they don't treat you like an outsider?
Not the vets.
Oh, yeah.
They're good men. I don't think I would have stuck around if those guys hadn't taken me in. I don't know what I'd do without them. What's the matter?
Listen, I don't want to say anything bad about your best buddies, but sometimes...
What?
I just don't think it was a suicide.
What are you saying?
The police ruled it as a suicide, but he would have told me. He would have left a note or something.
Grace, you were the one who told the police he was depressed.
Yeah, and I'm sorry I did. They asked me. And silly me, what was I thinking? I was so upset that for a minute, I thought they actually gave a damn. They shut the book on his case so fast my ears are ringing. They called it a kind of harakiri.
Harakiri.
Or hara-kiri, as they put it. They didn't care. Crazy Jap committed hara-kiri like those damn kamikaze pilots.
Grace.
Except he did it without a plane. Har, har, har.
Grace, no.
Har, har, har. He was killed.
Don't say that.
He was, and I bet it was one of your vet buddies.
Don't say that, Grace. I'm a vet.
They spit on him. They called him a coward, a traitor. You called him all those things yourself when you came in here that first time. You already knew who he was. How could that be? He didn't come from our camp. One of those guys told you. Probably the same person who told you I was in here. She lives there, shacked up with a no-no boy. Look, I know the 442 boys are heroes, and I know they are mostly good, decent men, but I watched a few of them bully Frank and saw how much they hated him, like they blamed everything rotten that happened to us on him.
Everything we did was to undo the things that people like him did.
He didn't do anything to you. You're mad at the wrong people.
We took what they gave us, and we still came through for this country. He and his friends got mad and gave up.
He made a choice. He took a stand. It's a free country.
Yeah? Well, not for us, huh?
Yeah, you're right. Not for us.
Grace, you're talking about good men.
Dan, good people can do awful things.
I know.
Good people locked us up in the desert.
They didn't kill us.
Speak for yourself. A lot of people died, Dan.
Don't I know that? You think you need to remind me?
Okay, Dan, okay, I know.
Let the police figure it out.
Dan, I'm a Jap barmaid in a bad part of town whose Jap friend committed hara-kiri. Remember? A Jap is a Jap is a Jap. They think Frank's death is a good thing. I don't know if it's me or this bar that kills people. I have a feeling it's me.
Grace.
You better watch out. Don't get too close to Typhoid Grace. Hey, Dan, say something.
I don't know what to say.
Let's talk about dead people. See any of those in Europe?
I was a litter bearer half the time I was there. I saw a lot of dead people.
A litter bearer.
I carried a stretcher. I carried the wounded and the dead.
Did you ever see anyone whose face you couldn't get out of your mind?
Oh, Grace, I don't want to talk about that.
Did any of them look sad?
Mostly they look scared, or in pain, or just asleep.
My mother's face was so sad. It was the saddest face I ever saw. I still see it sometimes.
There was one guy. He looked kind of funny. He looked so surprised, like...
How'd you know? My papa's mouth was a big O, just like that. Like, he was so surprised.
Your papa looked surprised?
Yeah, he looked like a cartoon drawing, except...
Except he wasn't.
Yeah, he wasn't.
I know exactly what you mean. Hey, your dad looked surprised, and your mom looked sad.
That's what I said.
Did you ever think...
No, I never thought. And I never think.
How are you, Ms. Yamada-Hanke?
Joy.
Joy. And your father?
Still in the hizzle faux shizzle. What are you doing?
I'm increasing the flow.
More hydration?
More morphine.
Oh, thanks.
You're welcome. You okay?
I guess I thought it would be sudden.
I did too, but the morphine will help.
You can do that?
Technically, well, for the purposes of making him more comfortable, yes. He hasn't been conscious since we pulled the tube, and I don't imagine that he will regain consciousness. So all we can do is guess at his feelings. I'm guessing he needs his drip increased.
I'm thinking you're right. Thanks, Doc.
Good. A friendly word. Maybe now I can walk to my car without looking over my shoulder.
I'm sorry about that.
Hey, no biggie.
Well, I like a doctor who can say no biggie.
Thanks. I have many talents. I'm very well-rounded.
Are you hitting on me at my father's deathbed?
No, you are hitting on me at your father's deathbed. Shameful.
Wait, come back. I am not.
Okay. As long as you can maintain some sense of decorum.
Seriously, do you have a minute?
I've got like 10.
What made you change your mind about my dad?
Well, he was pretty clear on what he wanted, to say the least. So I decided I was being needlessly obstructionist.
Wow. Cool. So you just reversed fields.
I told you I'm well-rounded. Have you ever thought about what you would do?
You mean if I...
Yeah,
Ooh, what would you do?
I asked you first.
Well, I couldn't do it. Not for me.
What if you were facing what he was facing?
I could still think?
Yes, but you couldn't communicate.
Yeah. Yeah, I'd have to say keep throwing all the medical technology you can at me.
Your body is gone.
Keep feeding my brain.
You're a severed head.
Do I still look good?
So you're okay with what your dad...
No. But what are you gonna do? Still, I keep wondering... I mean, he's hanging on beyond all expectation. Maybe we were all wrong, and now we're basically starving him to death.
That's really not true. At this point, with his heart in his lungs, he's basically going to die of congestive heart failure. or his lungs are going to fill up with... Well, either way, he's going to die in his sleep. And that's not such a bad way to go.
Thanks. I feel better, I guess.
You don't want me to sugarcoat it, do you?
You're right. And as long as we're not sugarcoating things. Is he suffering? It sounds like he's suffering.
I imagine he's in a very deep sleep. It's possible that he's dreaming. I would hope that it's very pleasant.
Do you think there's any part of him that's aware that he's still here?
When you are dreaming, are you aware that you are asleep?
I'm aware that I'm alive.
In that case, it might be fair to say that he's aware of that fact as well.
He wanted out ASAP. Why is he hanging on?
The medical answer is, some guys are tougher than others.
Thanks for not dazzling me with your medical terminology.
The other answer is, who knows what's going on inside there? Oh, don't beat yourself up about it. It was his choice. That much was clear. That much is a blessing.
Yeah. Okay. Thanks, Dr. Park. You know, you're all right for a doctor.
Thanks, Ms. Hanke. You're all right, too.
For a crazy murderess?
Joy, this is not murder.
That's not what I was... Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Oh, God. Oh, jeez.
What the hell are you doing on the roof?
I saw you. I saw what you were doing.
I've seen you up here before. You're a damn peeping Tom!
And you're a damn pervert. I've seen the kind of people who go into that bar, and now I know why.
No, you don't know what you're talking about.
The hell I don't. Think I was born yesterday? I'm gonna call the damn cops.
Wait! Stop! They'll raid the bar.
That's right! And they're gonna put a stop to certain activities.
Listen, Dan. You gotta stop this right now.
I don't gotta do anything but my duty.
You'll hurt Grace! You gotta listen to me. You hate me for what I did or didn't do. That's your right. You hate me for what you think I am. Well, maybe I don't blame you, but you call the cops. They'll shut Grace down. She's hanging on by a thread as it is. The cops come in, she's through.
Yeah? So why are you bringing in that kind of customer? You're the one bringing her down.
Dan, think about it. If what you think is true, then you don't have a beef with me because I'm not the reason you can't have her.
What the hell are you trying to say?
There's something you ought to know about Grace that'll maybe help you get on with your life.
What? What the hell are you talking about?
She and I are friends because she understands me.
What the hell does that mean?
We're a lot alike.
How? How?
You're gonna break my arm. What do you mean how? You stupid?
Yeah, I guess I am. Maybe I'm so stupid. You better say it in plain English.
She doesn't like men.
You're a liar. You're a liar. You're a traitor and a liar. You're a coward. You couldn't stand up for his country, and you couldn't stand up for Grace. Stand up. Stand up. Stand up. What do you... Don't stare at me like that. Hey. Hey. What are you... Stop!
Oh, jeez.
Oh, jeez. Oh, jeez.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, jeez. Oh, jeez.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, jeez.
Daddy, does it hurt? Does it hurt, Daddy? Please. It's okay. Don't worry anymore. Just let go. You can let go. It's okay. We'll be okay. Don't worry about us. We'll be fine. Really. We made it this far. We're gonna make it to the end in one piece. I promise. Daddy, please. Just let go. Maybe Mom's waiting for you. I mean, I know you're an atheist, but you never know, right? Maybe If you believe in something, that's where your mind takes you as it lets go. Do you think? Maybe if you believe in pearly gates and wings and harps, well, forget that. Where do you want to go? What do you want to see?
Joy?
Merv, where the hell have you been?
I brought someone. Dad, I brought someone. Come on in, it's okay. Grace, this is my sister Joy.
So nice to meet you.
So nice to meet you, Mrs.
Miss, or Ms. Hamamoto. But you can call me Grace. Oh, is this Dan? Oh, Dan. Hi, Dan. Dan, it's an old friend. It's me, Grace. Hello. Oh, you have such nice kids. I bet that means you've had a nice life, huh? Did you get everything you wanted? Seems like it to me.
Merv, let's...
My life has been good, too. Long. Boy, who knew that we would live so long, huh? You know that old joke? If I'd have known I was going to live so long, I would have taken better care of myself. I bet you know that one. I can tell. I understand that you were at the old folks' home for a while. Well, can't win 'em all. Did you know I moved to San Francisco after I sold the bar? I got a little place there with my friend. Oh, you would have liked her. She was nice. She reminded me a little bit of you. She could sing. Hey, remember that song you sang to me? I never forgot it. Blue skies. Say, did you ever go to a place called Agate Beach in Oregon? Somewhere west of Portland, off of 99, I think. Yeah, that was nice. Foggy, though. You know, I bought a car right after I sold the bar, and I drove down the coast. I left that night. After all, I didn't have a place to live anymore, and I was so sad. So sad. And I only got as far as Oregon when I started to cry, and with the fog, I couldn't see, and all the motels were full because of the weather. But there was this nice hotel in Agate Beach, and they had a room. And that's where I met Helen, in the lobby. And that was the nicest weekend I ever had. Oh, it was so nice. I still think about it sometimes. Oh, are you okay? Should I get your kids? No? You sure now? Okay, if you say so. Hey, are you sleepy? That's okay. You don't need to open your eyes. It's okay. Merv said he thought you'd like to see me one last time. What for, I asked him. But he didn't know. Just a feeling, he said. So, what is it? Are you feeling guilty about things? I used to feel guilty all the time. But then I learned not to feel guilty. Shikata ga nai ne? It can't be helped. I used to think that was such Japanese baloney. But it can make life so much easier, huh? Don't feel bad, okay? You said bad things, so did we all. You did bad things, me too. It's all over now, finished. Hey, remember that time you told me how you were a litter bearer in the war? Time to stop carrying the dead, huh? Oh, and one more thing. You were right. That day we met, it wasn't just the wind. I told someone how I felt about them. I told them that I liked them. And they hit me. Hard. Can you believe that? And I knew they liked me too, or I never would have said anything. But then they hit me. Right in the eye. Oh well. Sometimes you hurt the one you love, huh? Ah, you're awake. You want a staring contest? Anyway, it was the worst day. But it was also a good day. And I never forgot it. Merv? Joy? His eyes are open. He's seeing.
Dad?
Is it time?
Hey,
Hey,
your dad looks surprised?
and your mom looked sad?
Yep.
Yep.
Did you ever think?
No, I never thought.
And I never think.
Blue sky smiling at me. Nothing but blue skies do I see.
Now, Dan. My good friend, Dan.
We're friends?
Didn't you tell me so that day in camp?
Right.
Dan, are you crying?
No. I'm laughing.
Why?
Life, this. I don't know.
You're such an oddball. Listen, Dan, it's time to go.
Oh, yeah. Okay, Chris. Can I tell you something?
Okay?
The whole reason I came here tonight, I just wanted to say that. I'm sorry.
For what? For what, Dan?
For not understanding. I didn't understand.
Hey, Dan, if not understanding was a crime, guess we'd all be guilty, huh?
What do you mean?
It's been a real tough few years. And I don't understand any of it. Do you?
It has been kind of rough, hasn't it?
But it'll get better. It always does.
Yeah? I guess it will. Besides, shigata ga nai, ne?
That's right, Dan. What can you do?
Yeah. What can you do? Yeah.
Blue sky smiling at me. Nothing but blue skies do I see. A blue bird singing a song. Nothing but bluebirds all day long. Never saw the sun shining so bright. Never saw things going so right. Noticing the days hurrying by. When you're in love, my, how they fly. Blue days, all of them gone. Nothing but blue skies from now on.
This is LA TheatreWorks' production of Innocent When You Dream by Ken Narasaki, directed by Lyse Erikson. Starring in alphabetical order, Kurt Kanazawa as Frank Fujiyama, John Miyasaki as young Dan Yamada, Suzy Nakamura as Joy Yamada-Hanke, Ken Narasaki as Dr. Park, Rosie Narasaki as young Grace Hamamoto, Sharon Omi as adult Grace Hamamoto, Sab Shimono as Dan Yamada, and Greg Watanabe as Merv Yamada. Senior producer Lyse Erikson, prepared for audio by Mark Holden, recorded and edited by Neil Wilkinson, designed and mixed by Charles Carroll for the Invisible Studios, West Hollywood. Senior radio producer Ron Lipkin, Foley artist Stacy Martinez. I'm Susan Lowenberg, producing director of LA TheatreWorks.